We'll do some MCQ in this video. Is the first question here is that which of the following statement is correct about acids? So what you should know that there are four statements given here. The first statement says that we have to find out incorrect statement in this question. All acids conduct electricity. Yeah, that's true. Acid conduct electricity. The next statement says that acid do not corrode metal. This is an incorrect statement. As you know that acids actually increases the rate with which metals corrode. Acids are responsible for corrosion of many metals. This is an exemplar question. It says which of the following statement is correct. So we have to look for a correct statement here from this question number 7. The first statement says that all metal carbonates react with acid to give salt, water, and carbon dioxide. You have to look up for an incorrect statement, but this is a correct statement. As you know that metal carbonate, any metal carbonate, say for example, let's say magnesium carbonate or say calcium carbonate, which is more commonly used, say calcium carbonate, if it reacts with an acid, we can take an acid like say HCl here. So the product form is a salt, which is calcium, fluoride, carbon dioxide, and water. Right? These are the three products formed when a metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate, right? Instead of this metal carbonate, it could be metal bicarbonate. The product will remain same. It could be CaHCO3 whole twice, right? The product remains same. That is the three products so formed here is a salt, metal salt, carbon dioxide, and water will be produced in this case. Now we have to look for an incorrect statement. Yeah, that's an incorrect. In the next says that all metal oxides react with water to give metal salts. It never happens, right? Metal oxides is basic in nature, so it reacts with water to form metal hydroxide. Like say any metal oxide, if I take, right? Say for example, if you take, let's say for example, if I take, yeah, we can take aluminum, Al2O3. If it reacts with water, it will give you a metal hydroxide and not a metal oxide in this case. So this is an incorrect statement. In number 8 says which gas is evolved when hydrochloric acid is first in the first test tube containing small pieces of marble. Marble is what? A metal carbonate, that is a calcium carbonate. So it's calcium carbonate, right? If it is added to hydrochloric acid, that is an acid. We just did that a metal carbonate or a metal bicarbonate, when it reacts with acid to produce three product. One is a salt, metal salt, calcium carbonate. The second is the water, and the third is carbon dioxide gas is released. So this will be the first. And in the next part, they are saying that, and then in the second test tube containing zinc granules. Zinc granule, as you know that general reaction is a metal reacts with an acid to form salt and water. The salt is zinc chloride here and hydrogen gas, not water, sorry. Right, one more time, you should know that whenever any metal, right, most of those metals which are above hydrogen in the activity series will react with the acid, dilute acids, say HCl or H2SO4, to give a metal salt. That is, in this case, it is zinc chloride, and hydrogen gas is released. Remember, in case of a acid, as you can see, acid is common in both cases, but what is it? In case of a metal salt, sorry, in case of a metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate, what is the product so formed there? These are the three products formed. And the gas so released is carbon dioxide. And in the next case, when the metal reacts, not a metal carbonate, metal reacts, what is produced here? A hydrogen gas is produced besides the salt so produced. So looking into the correct option, what you can see here, it is two gases so released. Yeah, B is the correct, right? Carbon dioxide in the first tube and hydrogen in the second. Right? According to the order we did, this was the first, so carbon dioxide and hydrogen in the second. This is which of the following gives OH minus ions, right? OH minus ions is released whenever a base is dissociated, right? On dissociation in water. Dissociation means that's splitting. Right. So which of the following gives OH minus ions? Clearly, we have to look for a base here. So clear, well, there is only one base here, calcium oxide. As you know, calcium oxide is a metal oxide, and metal oxide is basic in nature. So if it is dissolved in water, right, OH minus ions will be produced. As you know, for the basic characters, OH minus ions is released in case of a base, and H plus ions is released in case of an acid. In question number 16, it says an acid when dissolved in water gives dash ions. Yeah, that's very easy. You should know that all acids when dissolved in water, they releases H plus AQ ions, or you may write H3O plus ions. This is called what? This is called hydronium ions, right? In question number 24 says, which one of the following uh, can be used as an acid base indicator for visually impaired student? As you know, visually impaired students, or the people, are those which cannot see or can see partially. So in that case, we should use what? We should use olfactory indicators, like visually challenged persons, people can smell. So what we should use is, what I said is olfactory indicators, and there is only one olfactory indicator, that is vanilla essence. They cannot see the color, but they can smell it. And vanilla essence, as you know, is a olfactory indicator. Besides that, other olfactory indicators are clove and the onion, right? These are the two other olfactory indicators. This question was tested once in 2020. It says when small amount of acid is added to water, what occurs actually, right? So you know that this, on adding water, right, or acid on water, dilution takes place, right? Dilution, you know that when the strength of acid decreases, obviously when you add more water into an acid, its strength decreases. That means it gets diluted, right? Opposite of concentration. And neutralization does not take place, right? As you know that for neutralization, base should be added to an acid. A formation of H3O plus, yes, that's hydronium ions, right? H3O plus, also called hydronium ions, or you may write H plus AQ, the same. So these are the two changes. Salt formation does not take place. In order to form a salt, acid must be reacted with base to form salt. So therefore, the correct answer is this one, that is A part. Another important question from NCERT exam place is sodium hydrogen carbonate, right? That is also called sodium bicarbonate. When added to acetic acid, a gas evolves. So what we have studied, that a metal carbonate or a metal bicarbonate, it's NaHCO3, right? It's a metal bicarbonate. It reacts with an acid. The acid here is acetic acid, that is CH3COOH, CH3COOH. The general reaction is what? Whenever a metal carbonate or a metal bicarbonate reacts with an acid, it gives three compounds, and these are salt. The salt here will be CH3COO, sodium acetate is the name of the salt here, and plus water and carbon dioxide gas is released. This gas is released is carbon dioxide in this case. Now let's read the answer. It says that what are the points written here? The first says that it turns the gas so released here, right? The gas so released, right? Clearly the gas is released carbon dioxide, and as you know, the carbon dioxide gas turns lime water milky. So this is correct. This one is correct. The next part is it extinguishes burning splinter. Yeah, you should know that carbon dioxide is used as a fire extinguisher. So this extinguishes fire is correct. And the next is this says it dissolves in solutions of sodium hydroxide. Yeah, most of you do not remember this, that carbon dioxide is it dissolves or is soluble in a solution of sodium hydroxide. The next is wrong, as you know that this gas, carbon dioxide, is a colorless and odorless gas. It does not have any smell or it does not have any color. And that's the reason we use other tests like passing them into a freshly prepared lime water or passing through or exposing it to the burning splinter, it extinguishes the fire. We have to find out a statement which is correct here. The first statement is that the pH of an acid is between 7 to 7.8. That's wrong, right? If it is an acid rain, it must be acidic, as you know that 7 is neutral and above this is alkaline. So it cannot be acid. So this is a wrong statement. And you should also know that the pH of acid rain varies between 5 to 5.5. In the next part, it says that acid rain makes survival of aquatic life difficult. Yeah, you know that the organisms that live in water, fishes and other insects and other organisms that live in water, they survive within a very narrow range of pH. And if the pH decreases beyond 5 to 5.5, it makes it difficult for them to survive. So this is an incorrect statement. This is an incorrect statement. Well, we are just looking for a correct one. So as you know, we are looking for a correct statement. So the correct statement here is that acid rain makes survival of aquatic life difficult. Then they say that acid rain clear the marble building. Acid rain clear the marble buildings. That means acid actually reacts with the marble building, as marble is calcium carbonate. But then it does not clear it, right? It's not, it actually reacts, and that leads to a yellowing of marble, as you must have heard about the Taj Mahal. It is getting yellowed because it's made up of marble. So it's not clearing. Yeah, there should be yellowing of marble could be the correct. So for this, the correct answer should be B, as we are looking for a correct statement. So the only correct statement is B in this case. In this question, it says a sample of soil is mixed with water and allowed to settle. The clear supernatant solutions turn the pH yellowish orange. Yeah. So the yellowish orange is indicating, yellowish orange color indicating that here it is, the pH is less than 7 and it is slightly acidic in nature. Which of the following would change the color of the pH to greenish blue? That means we are looking for greenish blue is a one which is basic in nature, right? Greenish blue is one which is basic in nature. So which one can make basic? As you know, lemon juice is acidic, vinegar is acidic, common salt is neutral, and therefore antacid is what? A mild base. Antacid is a mild base. Only this can make this solution greenish blue. It says which of the following statement about an aqueous solution of an acid and base is correct here. The first says that higher the pH, stronger the acid. That's incorrect, right? As you know that pH for a neutral, let's say for a neutral solution is 7, for the highly alkaline is 14, and thus most acidic is 0. So it says the pH of a stronger acid, as you know that as we move towards left of 7, we reach from 7 to 0. That means we are moving towards 0. That means we are going from neutral to highly acidic. So this is an incorrect statement. Higher the pH, it should be stronger the base. Higher the pH, like for example, if I take few numbers like say the 5 and say 3 in case. So this is say substance A and this is B. So B is, or say the pH of B is more, that is 5, but A is more acidic than B in terms of strength of an acid. So this is an incorrect statement, right? The next statement says that, the next one is this says that higher the pH, weaker the acid. That's correct. As you know that higher the pH, like say for example, the pH of a substance, if I take air as 9, its pH is more, but it is more basic in nature or less acidic in nature, another way. The next is next statement says that, this one, lower the pH, stronger the base. Lower the pH, stronger the base is again incorrect. Lower the pH, stronger is the acid. So this is an incorrect statement. And the next statement again, it says that lower the pH, weaker the base. Lower the pH, weaker the base. Yes, as you know that lower the pH, stronger the acid, that means weaker the base. So this is therefore first and fourth, second and fourth is D, right? This is D. It says which of the following substance can be used to get relief from a bee sting, right? From a bee sting. Bee, you know that they inject an acid called formic acid, also known as methanoic acid. And to get relief, we should apply mild base. Clearly, baking soda is the only mild base. Vinegar is not, because vinegar is acidic. Formic acid itself is the cause for this pain. As you know that when they bite, they actually inject formic acid inside our body. So in order to neutralize, we use milk of magnesia, no, not milk of magnesia, baking soda here. That's a mild base. It's basic in nature. It's a basic salt, in fact. In question number 41, it says useful substance for disinfecting water. Clearly, we use bleaching powder, right? We use bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is used for disinfecting water. Bleaching powder is chemically called calcium oxychloride. It releases chlorine gas, and that helps in killing germs, bacteria, and therefore we use bleaching powder for disinfecting drinking water as well as the water we use for other purposes, including the swimming pool. It says chemical name of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is calcium oxychloride, right? That is calcium oxychloride. The name of bleaching powder is saying calcium chloride. This is an incorrect statement. This is plaster of Paris gets hardened by. What is plaster of Paris? Is calcium sulfate hemihydrate, CaSO4 dot, that's half H2O, that's hemihydrate. When it is dissolved or water is added, it reacts with chemically, we should say that write a reaction like this: 1.5 H2O to form gypsum, which is calcium sulfate dihydrate 2H2O, and it becomes hard. And it's a very common observation that if you have used plaster of Paris for any project or any making a model of any uh, making model of any heart or any other school projects, you must have seen that water is added on this, and that makes it hard. And this is one reason why we always keep plaster of Paris in an airtight container to prevent it from reacting with water and turning into a hard substance called calcium sulfate dihydrate, that is gypsum, and then it becomes useless. If it turns into gypsum, we cannot use it as a powder of plaster of Paris. That's question number 47. It says, which of the following does not contain water of crystallization? Right. You should know the first one is blue vitriol. What is blue vitriol? Blue vitriol is, this is copper sulfate, CuSO4 dot 5H2O. What 5 water molecules are attached? Then baking soda, right? What is baking soda is Na. This is sodium hydrogen carbonate, NaHCO3. The next is washing soda. Washing soda is what? Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. 10 water molecules are attached to this. Gypsum, we just did. This is calcium sulfate dihydrate, CaSO4. Sorry, not yeah, it's dihydrate, 2H2O. Now they are asking for a water of crystallization. So clearly it has water of crystallization. This also has 10 water molecules. This also has water of crystallization. The only one which does not have a water of crystallization is this. So baking soda does not contain any water of crystallization.